Hey Mark, it's John with the website. Wanted to do this quick video for you on how to make some edits and some changes. It's been a kind of a busy 10 days or so. Business partner will be back in on Monday to help out with with everything. So apologize for a little bit of a delay. But I just want to spend about 10 minutes here, take you on a little tour of the website and how to do the edits. It is very simple. I'm logged in right now. You'll be receiving an email. Your login is going to be just your email address and then ABCD1234. You can change that, of course. But once you log in, uh, you know, I'm logged in as an administrator at the moment, so you're not going to have these two tabs on the left, but you will have pages, settings, and stats. Those are the three tabs that you're going to see when you log in. So I'm just going to go from the top down. You'll notice when you log in, you will see this toolbar, if you will, where you can add what I might call widgets, or rows is a better word. The whole website is built on rows. It's one row on top of another row on top of another row. So you'll notice up here we have everything from a gallery to image to text, right? A couple other things here. They all uh, correlate to each of these row styles. For example, this right here is called a hero image. And whenever I hover over any of the rows, this bar is going to pop up, this edit toolbar, and you're only really going to ever tap on the edit button for the most part. So you'll notice if I go right ahead and click on edit, everything's going to open up and I can make some edits. That's your title. You have a little subtitle there as well. I've been meaning to actually make that a little smaller, so I'm going to do that now. The height of that image. Your menu is the button color, so on and so forth. I would shy away from doing anything that has to do with the colors and the designs, because once you make one adjustment, it kind of throws the whole site off. So if you were to change the color of that button, you'd then want to go change other colors throughout the site, so it has the similar color scheme to it. So I just made that adjustment on the height, and I'm going to click post. That's a little short now, so I'm going to actually go back in a little bigger, right about there. This is a responsive website, so whatever size my screen is, it's going to move around and adapt and change. So this is the size of that picture on a mobile device. So it kind of fits perfect on the mobile. Maybe a little smaller probably for a mobile device. Tablet's going to come out a little bit bigger. And of course you have your desktop. So this is a true responsive website. Going down to some other rows, again, this is another row. It's actually a photo gallery. It's this one right here, where if I were to build it from scratch, I'd start by choosing my images. I'd pick 3, and that would be the start of my gallery. I'm going to stop there, but I just thought I'd show you how that works. So coming down to editing the gallery, click on edit. Same thing. You'll see the title and subtitle, and then each of the images. Under each of the images, you have the option to replace the image itself or to edit the caption. Title, subtitle. So that's the caption under each. Replace if you want to replace the image. If I wanted to swap that image for this one, I will go ahead and do that. Click post, and that image is going to change. That's a stock photo image, by the way. You can see some of the text or the protective, like you see on a dollar bill almost, so you can't steal it. So let's go back in there, and I'm going to replace that, the image we had originally. But I'm going to go into free images just for a second, might as well, and see what they have for what we have for fish. Not a whole lot to choose from here as far as a fish market goes, but just some of the resources that you have. If I wanted to swap it out for for this one, I'd add it to the library, and it would appear right here. So I'm going to go back to the image we had initially, though, and I'm going to post that. So just to recap, on each of these rows, you're going to hit the edit button. A different style of an edit panel will pop up. This one's for gallery. Coming down here, this is just for text with an image. Pretty self-explanatory. There's your title. There's all the content. I have the image. It even says it, title above right photo. So that just means that the photo sits on the right and the title and the description to the left. If I wanted to change that picture, and I'm actually going to change that out in just a few minutes, I would come in, pick a different picture, it would appear up here, and I click post. You have your Facebook feed, again, just a different kind of a row, pretty self-explanatory. If you're never going to change that one, of course, but your reviews. A little tricky here because I wanted the color white on top of blue. So when you come in here, it's a little tougher to see till you start to highlight. A way around that, let me see if I can actually make a fix. I can make that kind of a gray. I want to keep our stars yellow though. Not sure where that F came from. I'm not necessarily going to correct people's spelling here. I guess that's how you pronounce, sound out lobster in the Northeast. Then I click post. They're not quite as bright, but it helps you edit. So you change the font as well, the size. So I'm going to go in here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to medium. See how that looks. Much better. Let's pan this out to desktop view. So on and so forth. You come down here, the footer edits slightly different. Again, click on edit, and you have options here for your hours, payments accepted, right? Photos. Photos can come along the bottom here. We can add some of those in. So if you wanted to fix this about, not fix, but add to it, you would click on, it's right here, it's about. Okay. I'm going to hop over to just a couple more pages here. We've covered most of these types of rows. You've seen a text row, an image row, a gallery, a hero image. This technically is a column view. So the reason this is built in columns is each column is a slightly different length, if you will, and a column will adjust this way once you go down to mobile, different size screen, and it just looks nice. So that's why I set that up in columns. Same idea though as far as editing goes. So when you come in here to edit, you're just going to hover over here, click on edit. You'll have column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. I just noticed a little something. Just want to see something real quick here. I'm going to click post. So I'm noticing that I'd like to put a space right here. So there's a space between cod fillet and that. So it looks a little more like this. So I'm going to click on edit. Do that for all of these. Just think it'll look a little better. That one's already done. Just like that. And click post. I mean, I do make this to look best on mobile. It looks great on the desktop, but you always have mobile in mind here. Scrolling down to, I have another column, a double column here with just text. If I come up to specials, this is the page for you to edit the specials, and very simple. All this is an image. So click on edit. You're going to choose a different image. Choose the file. Be on your desktop somewhere. It will load right here. You're going to select it and click OK. And it will swap out for this image here. I'm going to click cancel. But it will appear right here. And again, on a mobile device, it'll nicely fill up the screen. Or fill up the screen nicely, I should say. Recipes. This was built with the menu feature, I believe. Let's take a look. Yes. So I do a lot of restaurants, and we have a restaurant menu widget where you can come in and you can add lots of menu items. And this made sense to use that feature to build this, just to have all the nice formatting. So again, when it goes mobile, it just adjusts properly and nothing goes out of whack. So coming over here, just by clicking on edit, they're each separate. Very simple to edit. I can edit my title, I can edit subtitles, and these are bullets. Just like any word processor, Microsoft Word works very similar. You have all your same features up here. If you want to bullet, unbullet, italicize, bold, unbold, change the colors, the size. Again, I'd stay away from doing too much with the design aspect. I'm going to click cancel, of course, here. But you can make your change and click post, and it'll update immediately. The nutrition page is the PDF right here, downloaded, and people can download it. You know, this looks fine on the desktop. On a mobile, people would have to tilt it sideways just because it's so long. It's very horizontal. It's tough to work with. So most people know to tilt their phone, but I did put a nice little comment up here. They can hold their phone the other way if they want to see it, or they can download it right to their device and open it up, and it'll fit on their phone that way. And last but not least, you have your contact form. Pretty self-explanatory there. So that's a nice overview. I'm going to go through this again in a few minutes. I saw quickly as I was hopping off one of these pages, the changes didn't take. I don't think I clicked save. So I'm just going to hop back in here, make a couple adjustments. I want to swap this picture out. And I do think we need to take a new photo of the store itself and maybe have you guys behind the counter, big smiles on your face, just to make it a little more warm and friendly. So I'll let you guys think about that. This went a little bit over 10 minutes, but I just wanted to make sure that I got everything over to you that you needed. Glad you're happy with everything. I think everything looks great. And I'm going to upload this and get it over to you. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.